Hi, my name is Isabella.
And my name is Jimena from
I'm
452.
452,
And now you're watching our project.
Animal Adaptation.
For the beginning, what is the animal adaptations? Well, these are special traits or behaviors that help animals survive, live, and reproduce in their environments. In a few words, it's how animals are built, how they act, how their bodies work, and all that help to survive better. Now we're gonna talk about all the types of adaptations. The first one is morphological. This is physical change in an organism's structure that help it survive. For example, camouflage and sharp teeth or claws. The second one is physiological. It means an internal body processes like the human sweat, and another example are the poison production or holding breath. The third one is behavioral. This is when we talk about the actions or behavior that helps to survive. For example, migration, hibernation, or nocturnal behavior. The last one is epigenetic. It means to the change in gene expression that helps to respond to its environment. In this type of adaptation, we have the seasonal coat color in Arctic animals and temperature-dependent sex in reptiles.
Now I'm talking about the main factors that influence an animal adaptation. From the first one, we have an environmental pressure, which includes things like climate change, the presence of the predators, and even pollution. Then there is the availability of resources. If there is a little water, food, or shelters, the animals that make the most of them will have better chance of surviving and reproducing. Another factor is a competition with another species. When these share that same ecosystem, they must adapt and avoid being displaced. And finally, there are genetic mutations. These are random changes in DNA that are either beneficial or not. A clear example in this is the polar bear. It was a black fur that absorbs the sun heat, and white fur that allows it to camouflage itself in the snow. This combination helps it survive in the Arctic. In this slide, we're gonna to compare two very important concepts. Adaptation and acclimatization. Adaptation is an evolutionary process that occurs over many generations. It involves inheritable genetic change, and once they occur, they cannot be reversed in an individual. One example of this is camels have developed humps, and that is store fat to withstand their extreme heat of the desert. That is example for adaptation. Okay. In contrast, acclimatization occurs in a single individual. It's a temporary response that changes in the environment. It doesn't involve changing DNA and therefore is not inevitable. Example would be a person who travels to a city and high altitude, and after a few days or a week or weekend, their body adjusts to breathe better. That's acclimatization. Okay, in a short, adaptation is a genetic, slow, and inevitable, and acclimatization is a physiological, rapid, and a person. Now we're gonna talk about why adaptation is so important in animals. Adaptation is the key because it allows organisms to survive and reproduce under changing conditions. Without it, many species would not be able to face environmental change such as extreme weather, lack of food, or the presence of predators. Furthermore, thanks to adaptations, ecosystems remain balanced as each species plays an a specific role based on its characteristics. On the other hand, studying adaptation helps us better understand evolution, how life has changed over the time. It also inspires us to create a nature-based technological solutions, which is precisely what we'll look at the next two slides.